Hey, this is Raibu, and welcome back to Noob, your noob guide to CSGO, or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, as some people still like to call it, because that's the actual name of the game. How about that? And I'm your resident noob, teaching you the basics from a noob's perspective on how to get better at this game. Okay, so last episode, we talked about how to aim better. We talked about how to get the crosshairs, new crosshairs. We talked about how to use the crosshairs in game, and we also talked about your movement in game. So, and then we went over some options and blah 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 blah. Yeah, if you want to see any of that, just go to the last episode, and it's all there. Okay. This episode, I want to go over your loadout. Okay. It's important to know what weapons you're going to be using, and it's important to get used to these weapons. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to inventory and click on loadout when you get there. Okay. Now, this is not the exact same order as it would be in game, but here you can get an idea of what you're working with. And here we also get a longer view of the loadout itself. Here you have your pistols. Okay, you have 5 choices for pistols. You get 5 choices for your semi-automatics. Then, or your submachine gun, sorry, before somebody cuts my head off, is a submachine gun, SMGs. 6 choices for rifle. Then, of course, you have your knife and your heavy weapons. Okay, pistols. It is what it is. Deagle is my favorite. I kind of also like the P2000. I just traded that out for my USP. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the USP S. All right. When you know exactly which, like, if you want to use the AK-47, you will need to go to terrorists. Okay, so if you look at like here, your loadout, you can also look at what you get as terrorists. Sometimes, if you look at here, you have 2 check marks. That means these weapons are going to be used on both sides. Okay, so now if I want AK-47, I go to rifles, terrorists. Okay, AK-47, one of my favorite weapons. I also like the Galileo, and as counter-terrorist, I love the M4. Although, you will see me with a FAMAS from time to time. I'm one of those people that will use all the weapons, although you don't really need to. Some of these pistols have a nice long range on them. I have seen people take almost, I'll say near sniper shots with the P250 and the Desert Eagle. I've also seen people take near sniping shots with the P90. You shouldn't really have to. You shouldn't really be able to do this. Rifles, long range. Submachine guns, medium range. Heavy, your shotguns, medium range. These 3 here. These here, I don't know. I'm not really good at weapons, so I'm gonna assume that if you take these out, there's a little bit longer range than you got on these here. Remember, this is a noob tutorial from a noob to noobs, right? Hence the title. For each one, you only get one choice of knife, and there's some really pretty knives out there. And I say pretty because, woo, they are pretty! Each of these, as you can see, has its own price. So, choosing your weapon also deals with how much money you have in, say, casual and competitive. It doesn't really make that big of a difference in any of the other formats. Let's see. You'll start off with $1,000 as, or in competitive. So you can get any of these weapons, but you start out with, I think, this will be your top one, either the P2000 or the USP. And if you are terrorist, it'll be the Glock 18, which is all three very, I think, a really good weapon. To get used to these weapons, even if you don't go by, oh my god, my weapons look so pretty and I really need to have that one and blah 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 blah. The way they look has nothing to do with the way they function. So, I am going to show you where you could are able to at least a good decent amount of these pistols, SMGs, shotguns, actually all of your heavies, your knife, and I think maybe half of your rifles. You'll get a chance to use all of these in Arms Race. And I think that's the best thing to start off with. If you're starting off in CSGO, go with Arms Race. So, let me get a little game started up, and I will be right back. Alright, here we are. Playing Get Some Bots. It's the best way. This way we don't have any commentary from other people come joining in. The idea of this mode is for you to get kills to advance your weapons. You kill somebody, you get a new weapon. So, let's try to do that. Why did you run from me? Okay, now I have the MAC-10. My next weapon, as you see on the side here, it says my next weapon is the MP7. Now there are 26 of these levels. 26 weapons that you're going to go through. And some of them are going to be really hard to get to advance with, because you just have to find out what the range is on them. Now I have the PP Bizone. Now I have the UMP-45. Some of them you have to figure out the range on in order to be effective in this game. Now I'm on shotguns, and I hate being on shotguns because you actually have to get up closer Ooh, I was able to get that shot. That's nice. Oh. Dead before I could shoot. Oh. I want an enemy, goddammit. Give it to me. Not an enema, enemy. There we go. When they sneak up on you like that, I like that, because then you can shoot them real quick. See, and that's the problem with shotguns. It takes more than one shot to kill them, so it's best to shoot at somebody that somebody else has already been shooting at. And I hope this isn't too loud for you, where you can barely hear me. Come on. There we go. Alright, now I'm on the FAMAS, now I'm on the AK-47. Now, in a match without bots, this would take me forever, because people are really good. Some bots are really good too. Just to give him props, because that's probably what he was asking for. Now, I hate getting to the op, because then my crosshairs disappear. So, you get your op, you look for high ground if you can, or look for a place where you could have a bit of field of view. Alright. Now I'm on the Negev. 150 rounds of pure power. And nobody to shoot. What in the world? Give me something to shoot, people! I think I tagged him. Alright, now you get to your pistols after that. And okay, it doesn't progress that fast. Trust me. Progression is really slow at sometimes. And unless you're really good, you know the map.
Nice shot.
Ooh, my... See, you gotta remember, some of these will take a lot more than just one shot to kill. And somebody else might kill the person for you, per se, or before you can get a chance to. Now, this is the hardest one. Because now, of course, you have to get really close to whoever it is. Keep an eye on your map. Alright, be right back. Okay, so that was a quick run through on the arms race, which is the perfect beginner way of getting to know the weapons. Getting to know what weapons you have, getting to know the ranges of the weapons, how the weapons affect how the weapons affect the other players, as far as, like, say, shotgun. If you're dead on, you pretty much have a good, decent chance of killing the person. But if you are far away, that person pretty much has to be at 2 health. Okay? I've seen it to where, like, with a shotgun, if I try to shoot someone long distance, which really shouldn't try. Mid-distance, midfield is good. Trying to shoot across the board is bad. That shot that I got in this one was just a pure luck shot. Where you will get, from that one hit, you'll maybe take them down maybe 10, 13, 15 points. And it's okay if they've already been beaten on by somebody else, but if you're the only person beating on this person, they're fresh spawn, then you need to be a little closer. Camping is almost impossible in arms race. So you don't get... you can camp for a little while, but you can't camp for like an entire game. I've seen people try. It's impossible. Because, of course, the death cam tells you where your opponent is, where he was last standing. So that person either needs to move before, if you remember where he is, that person really needs to move, or you need to find a way to get to that spot without him seeing you again. Because trust me, I've been shot down plenty of times by the same person sitting in the same spot. Of course, other people see him as well, it's him or her as well, and yeah, camping is almost impossible for long periods of time. Another good thing about arms race is you get used to dying. Okay, what noobs like us is the most frustrating thing is that we die a lot. Going into, say, when I go into a casual match, I'll go in and sometimes I'm the first person to die on my team, and it's frustrating. But I'm used to dying now because I've played arms race. Another good one is deathmatch. But before you go to deathmatch, definitely go to arms race. Now I'm going to cut it here because in the next episode I want to talk about deathmatch and what the benefits of deathmatch will give you. All right. You guys have a nice one. Hope this was all informative for you. If you want to also go back to my own other episode 1, where I was talking about aiming, just go right ahead. Tell your friends about it. Tell other noobs. If you need a simple way to explain something, send them to me. And I'll explain it to them as best I can, as simple as I can. I do get my information from other places, and, of course, personal experiences. If you are the type of person that thinks this is too noobish for you, then I suggest go over to TheWarOwl. I'm going to put his link in the description below. He has some tutorials that are more expert than what I can give you. He does a lot of the math that I don't want to do, per se. But he can give you a very expert view on any of the mechanics in CSGO. Alright, let me leave it here. I'll catch you guys later. Hey, this is Raibu, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I show you my love for games. I don't just play Minecraft. At the moment, I am also learning how to play League of Legends.
Kill this target.
This is me getting my first double kill while being tutored by a viewer and a friend.
Yeah. Good job.
I don't always win. I also play Rust, which is kind of like Minecraft, but deadlier. And I always stick to one rule on my channel. Since I'm a student, no videos until my homework is done. I will be playing more games in the future, and doing some collabs, as well as make tutorials.